Alright, let's be real. Nostalgia is powerful. Sometimes a single sound from a loading screen can hit harder than a boss fight. It makes us long for the good old days. But here's the thing. That same feeling might actually be ruining modern games for a lot of people. Because we are stuck chasing a memory, not just a game, but a feeling that no developer can fully recreate. And the more we expect games to make us feel the way we did when we were kids, the more we set them and ourselves up for disappointment. But let's talk about why nostalgia is such a double-edged sword in gaming. You ever go back and play a game you loved as a kid, thinking, man, this used to be the greatest thing ever. And like, after 10 minutes you're like,
I'm out. You think I'm not watching this! Look!
That's nostalgia. Nostalgia doesn't just remind us of old games, it warps them. It makes them seem bigger, better, or more magical than they really ever were. When we were younger, everything about gaming felt fresh. The first time you stepped into a 3D game, mind-blowing. The first time a character actually died in a story, traumatizing. In the best way, of course. But that wasn't just the game. It was you, the player. Being at a time in your life where everything just... Now, fast forward to today, games can be bigger and better looking, but people play for like 5 to 10 minutes and go, this doesn't feel like Halo 3. And it shouldn't. You're not 12 years old anymore. You're not in a lobby with your best friends. You're 25 with back pain and bills to pay. See, nostalgia convinces us that feeling is the standard, not the game itself, and that's a problem. But okay, here's the real issue. Gamers aren't looking for a new favorite game. They're looking for the feeling their old favorite game gave them. And since that feeling came from a specific moment in your life, your age, your friends, the context, it's impossible to recreate. So when a new game releases, even if it's objectively amazing, people instantly compare it to their childhood favorite. And of course, it doesn't feel the same, because it can't. A new shooter drops, not as good as Modern Warfare 2 back in the day. A new RPG drops, doesn't feel like Final Fantasy. A new platformer, why can't they make him like Mario 64, you know? The truth is, they are making great games, but we are too focused on chasing ghosts to appreciate them. That's why so many remakes feel hollow. You load them up hoping to feel like you're 12 again, but you're just playing a prettier version of a memory. And that disconnect makes you like the remake less, not more. Here's where it gets deeper. It's not just players who are stuck in nostalgia, it's developers too. Companies know how powerful nostalgia is, so they play into it. We get remakes, remasters and reboots. Series that should have ended 10 years ago are still getting sequels. And originality, it gets buried under safe projects that cash in on your childhood. Like, why take risks when selling a name like Tony Hawk or Crash Bandicoot guarantees profit? Even new games are being made to look retro, pixel art or chiptune music. Not because it fits the vision, but because it triggers that nostalgic, oh, I remember this feeling. See, the problem is we end up with games made to chase feelings instead of forging new ones. But let's be honest, nostalgia isn't evil, it's human. We all want to feel that magic again. But we can't keep judging modern games by the impossible standard of our childhood feelings. That's not fair to the games, and it's definitely not fair to ourselves. Instead, we should appreciate what games are, not what we wish they felt like. You know, be open to new experiences. Let games surprise you again, because if we're always looking back, we'll never move forward. So yeah, nostalgia can be beautiful, but if we let it rule our expectations, we'll never enjoy anything new. That magic you're chasing, it wasn't just a game, it was you, the person playing it. And it's a powerful thing to realize. Because here's the truth, you can't go back to the past, because nobody will be there. Not your old friends, not who you used to be, just echoes. So instead of chasing that ghost, maybe it's time to start building new memories. Ones that years from now on you look back on with just as much love. Anyway, I want to hear from you. What's a game you used to love that didn't hit the same when you went back to it? Or a modern game you actually think deserves more love? Let me know.